Good morning, guys. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving break. We're going to go ahead and get started with lesson one of module two. Yes, you heard it right, module two. We are getting started on a new module. So I'm very excited. Today's objective says I can use visual models to show the quotient of whole numbers and fractions to show the connection between them and the multiplication of fractions. I can divide a fraction by a whole number. So the key sentence here is I can divide a fraction by a whole number. And that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be dividing fractions by a whole number, okay? And there's a concept that I want to teach you to do this. So let's go ahead and move on. So it says at the top, it says, what division expression can we write to match this story? So it says 3/4 gallon of batter is poured equally into 2 bowls. How many gallons of batter are in each bowl? Okay, so if I have 3/4 divided by 2. This is what this sentence is describing to me. 3/4 divided by 2. 3/4 divided by 2. Well, in order to do this problem, there is a certain concept that we have to do. First, we have to turn 2 into a fraction, okay? Well, 2 as a fraction is just going to be 2 over 1, okay? So now this turns into 3/4 divided by 2 over 1, okay? Now, there's a rule called skip dot flip, okay? And in this rule, we are going to skip the first number, write it as is, write a dot, okay, skip dot. Remember this dot means to multiply. Dot equals multiply. And flip. That means we're going to flip the second number, okay? 1/2. Instead of 2 over 1, I'm going to put 1 over 2. And now we just multiply across. So 3 times 1 is 3, and 4 times 2 is 8. And we check to see if this is in its simplest form, and it is. So 3/4 divided by 2 is equal to 3/8, okay? An area model that they wanted us to use at top here is just if I have a little tape diagram and I divide it into four equal spots, and then I shade in 3/4 of that, and then I divide it by 2 by cutting it in half. Now you see that I would have 3/8 there, okay? So let's move on. 3/4 pan of lasagna shared equally by 6 friends. What fraction of the pan will each friend get? Well, we have to do 3/4 divided by 6. Well, this turns into 3/4 divided by 6 over 1, which then turns into the skip dot flip. Skip the first number, dot for multiply, and flip the second number, the second fraction, and 6 turns into 1/6, and then we multiply across. We have 3 and 24. Can we simplify this? Well, we can. So this turns into 1/8, and that is our answer. We divided both by 3, okay? 3 divided by 3 is 3. 24 divided by 3 is 8. All right. Remember the rule. Skip, dot, flip. Okay, remember dot means to multiply. Okay, the next one. A rope of length 2/5 meters is cut into 4 equal cords. What is the length of each cord? Okay. Well, again, I have 2/5 divided by 4, okay? This turns into 2/5 divided by 4 over 1. And then we do skip dot flip. Then we multiply across. That gives me 2 over 20. We can simplify 2 over 20 to 1/10. And we are done with that problem. Okay, let's move on. So exercise 1 through 6, fill in the blanks to complete the equation, then find the quotient and draw a model to support your solution. So we're not going to draw a model, we're just going to do the math. Okay, so it says 1/2 divided by 3. Okay, and then the blank here is over the 3, which means they flipped it. Okay, so the blank here is going to be 1, and then our answer is going to be 1/6. Okay, the next one, we have number 2, 1/3 divided by 4. 1/4 times 1/3 is going to be our denominator. Okay, and then we're just going to multiply across. 1/12. Alrighty, let's go ahead and move on. So it says find the value of each. So 1/4 divided by 5. This turns into 1/4 divided by 5 over 1, which will equal 1/4 times 1/5. Okay, and then we multiply across. This will give us 1/20, and that is our answer. Remember our rule: skip dot flip. Okay, we skip the first number, write a dot for multiplication, and then flip the second fraction. All right, now let's try 3/4 divided by 5. Try this problem on your own. See if you can figure it out. Pause the video and then restart it when you are done with the problem. So you should have tried this on your own. And 3/4 divided by 5 is equal to 3/4 divided by 5 over 1. Now we're going to do the skip dot flip rule. Okay, this is 3/4. Skip the first number, dot for multiplication, and flip the second fraction, and then multiply. This will give us 3/20, and that is our answer. Now, 1/5 divided by 4, this equals 1/5 divided by 4 over 1. Skip dot flip rule will be 1/5 dot 1/4, which again gives us 1 over 20. Alrighty. So number 6 says 3/5 pints of juice is poured equally into 6 glasses. How much juice is in each glass? Okay, so I have 3/5 divided by 6 over 1. We have to do the skip dot flip rule. 3/5 times 1/6, which equals 3/30 or 1/10. Okay. And I hope you see that we got 1/10 from 3/30 because we divided both by 3. Okay, 3 divided by 3 is 1. 30 divided by 3 is 10. All right, guys, the problem set. It says find the value of each of the following in its simplest form. Okay, so let's move through this. Number 1, 1a says 1/3 divided by 4. So this turns into 1/3 divided by 4 over 1. If we do the skip dot flip rule, 1/3 times 1/4, which will give me 1/12. That is my answer. Okay. Let's look at B. I have 2/5 divided by 4, which equals 2/5 divided by 4 over 1. We have to do the skip dot flip rule, which gives me 2/5 times 1/4. This gives me 2 over 20, which equals 1/10. Okay, simplest form. Letter C, 4/7 divided by 4 over 1. Skip dot flip rule, 4/7 dot times 1/4. We get 4 over 28. We can simplify this, divide both by 4, and we would get 1/7. That is our answer. Okay, letter A, or 2A. 2/5 divided by 3. This turns into 2/5 times 1/3, because this is 3 over 1. We multiply across, and we get 2/15. And we cannot simplify that, so that is how we leave it. Okay, 5/6 divided by 5 over 1. We skip dot flip, 5/6 times 1/5, which equals 5 over 30. We can simplify this to 1/6. Okay. Letter C, 5/8 divided by 10, or 10 over 1. We skip dot flip, 5/8 times 1/10. We multiply across, and we get 5 over 80. We can simplify this, dividing both by 5, and we get 1/16. Okay, last row. Letter 3, 6/7 divided by 3 over 1, or 3. 6/7, skip dot flip, 1/3. Okay, a rule that we can do here, you can cancel out across. So if I'm looking at 6 and 3, I can cancel out before I do anything, okay? So this can turn into a 2, and this isn't turned into a 1 because both of them can be divided by 3. So now I get 2 over 7, and I don't have to simplify my answer anymore. I can simplify before I get my answer. Okay, so I have 10/8 divided by 5 over 1. Excuse me, 10/8 dot 1/5. Okay, we get 10 over 40, which is equal to 1/4. Okay, guys, last one. 26 divided by 2 over 1, or 2, turns into 26 times 1/2, which equals 20 over 12. If we simplify this, we can divide both by 4. Okay, let's divide both by 4. And we would get 5 over 3. And that is our answer. All right, guys, I hope you worked through this together. I hope you worked with this with me and are understanding the rule of skip dot flip. This is just the basic foundation of what we're going to get into. This was just dividing fractions by whole numbers. Remember, you have to turn a whole number into a fraction and then flip it in order to divide. Okay? I hope you have a good day, and I will see you later.